6:36. Good morning, Dixon and Vining at Talk 99.5, talk995.com. You guys with us this morning. Thank you so much. Angry Trucker already weighing in this morning on our text messages. Thank you very much, Angry Trucker. He said, good morning, y'all. Hope you're having a great day, or hope y'all have a great day. Thank you very much for that. And if you want to send us a text, anything on your mind, send it to us, 545-9950. And don't forget, also, we are on YouTube at Real Talk 995 TV. Here's the thing. We are deep into summer, and I know some of you are like, well, the kids have gone back to school, and as far as we're concerned, summer is over. Oh, no. Oh, no, we live in Alabama. Summer goes on and on and on. I love the fact that we have nice warm weather, not only through August, but in September. We're still, in the water, swimming, using boats, and Rodney's Marine is available to you folks. Get yourself a boat and enjoy boating season because we're still in it. Sometimes even into, late October, people out cruising around on their boats as well. Rodney's Marine is going to take good care of you. We personally know Rodney, his wife Kimberly, the guys that work on the boats, and we believe in everything they do when it comes to their boats and Suzuki-powered engines. Love the Suzuki power, and here is why Rodney loves it too. 5 years of motor protection. It's very reliable. It is fuel efficient. They will get up and go, and those engines are quiet as well. If you need to up power, maybe you've got a boat right now and you're like, yeah, I've been thinking about getting a little more powerful Suzuki engine. Let Rodney's Marine help you with that as well. Just a great organization. Anything boat-wise you need. You don't have to necessarily be on Lake Logan Martin where Rodney is. If you are on Smith Lake or Lake Martin or some other lake around central Alabama, he's like, hey, I'll get your boat to you. If you need it serviced, we'll take good care of you. So reach out to him today at 525-1500. That's 525-1500. Follow Rodney's Marine on Facebook and their website, rodneysmarine.com. And again, located out on Highway 231, Lake Logan Martin in Cropwell. Just a wonderful group, and we love Rodney, and you will too, working with him. All right, so we're getting a little more information, and I personally have been very, very curious about this. And finally, last night, some more is coming out about what went on with Donald Trump when he was in Turkey and he was about to leave Turkey, and something happened where he didn't get on the new Air Force One, the dark blue with the red that came from Qatar, that apparently they gave us that plane.
I thought that was Trump Force One.
Right. But even that kind of concerned me a little bit. I'm like, why are we flying around on a plane that, and again, thank you very much for the gift, but I think I would rather everything be made here because we have the ability to do that, and they have their reasons for it. The old Air Force One with that light blue, he didn't like that, but we are finally learning a little bit more details, and maybe you had a little of this, JD, based on some of the things that you do. But last night, it's in writing now about what happened when he was leaving Turkey. And here's the deal. President Trump secretly boarded a third smaller U.S. military aircraft using an airport catering truck as cover to depart the NATO summit in Turkey back in July, while using an older Air Force One jet as the decoy, according to some reports. Citing an official and other material that has been reviewed, the Washington Post is putting this out, reported that an undercover maneuver took place at that airport amid a credible Iranian threat against the president. Now, we heard about this threat, and we heard that he wasn't going to fly one plane and that he got back into the original Air Force One, and he was going to fly back with his staff and some of the reporters. That didn't happen. Trump arrived at the Turkish capital back on July 8th aboard the brand new 747-8 aircraft. As we said, Qatar was the one that kind of donated this aircraft. Following U.S. military airstrikes in Iran targets earlier this summer, they got some intelligence that there was a credible threat from Iran. So they were trying to figure out how they were going to get him out of there. To counter the threat, U.S. security officials executed a ruse on the tarmac. Trump walked up the stairs of the original blue and white Boeing 747, the older Air Force One, waved to news cameras before entering the cabin. He goes into the cabin. Minutes later, Trump and a small team of aides were said to have stepped out of view into an airport catering truck that had been lifted to the exit door on the other side of the plane. So they all get into this catering truck. The catering truck gets lowered, and then apparently the truck goes across the tarmac to Air Force C-32A, a modified Boeing 757. That's the plane that he got on, and he flew to England from there aboard that plane. But meanwhile, White House staff were aboard the 747. They believed that Trump was inside, but he wasn't there. He was on this other plane. Reporters were instructed to close their window shades for takeoff, and the jet took off as a decoy, according to the Washington Post. How about this story? And I'm thinking to myself, if you're staff and you're reporters and you're on the decoy plane, are you telling me that that's the plane that potentially could have been targeted and
Right.
I'm on it?
You got no idea,
Wow.
right? I just imagine. So so obviously they have contingency plans for all this stuff, but I would love to hear the radio chatter, right? And then the
Yes.
fact that isn't President Trump is what, like 6'5" or
Yeah, he's
s-
pretty tall.
He's a tall dude, so
Yeah.
so I don't know how big these catering things are. So you just imagine like he's like hunched over there, and I imagine somebody flipped on the occupied sign for the
Right.
bathrooms, like he's going to
He's
be
been
there a
there a little
minute.
while.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Do y'all know where the president is? Well, I mean, it's still on. The light's still on. But just that's wild.
It
though.
is
Like,
wild.
It's like, who makes that call? Like Operation Water Bottle, because that's where they're and he gets in there.
I tell you, I'm glad to see this. I'm glad that there are some contingency plans, and obviously there are that we
There's
don't
so
know
many.
about. But how fascinating is this? Is they're like, the president can't fly on this plane.
Yeah.
He can't fly on that plane. He can't fly on this plane. We got to get him out of here. And so they use that cargo truck
It's wild.
as and then get him across the tarmac to another plane. And that's the one he flew on to England.
Well, and was that plane just sitting there? Was it?
Was it already planned?
Was it part of the plan, right? Or because I mean, there's so much that goes into all of that, right? They clearly already have both Air Force One and the old one there,
Yeah.
right? And then you've got just all these extra planes. Like the amount of logistics to
That goes
move this
into-
dude around the country, let alone the world,
Yeah.
is absolutely wild. So I worked down in Montgomery for a few years for the Air Force, and this is one of my super nerdy years before I was chopping wood. and
I
selling
like to
guns.
hear about your super nerdy years. Keep it coming.
Yeah, one of the networks that we protected was Air Force One in the White House,
Oh, that's very cool.
and so
Yeah.
there were times when you couldn't make changes
Hmm.
to the network. I mean, obviously there's things going on, but like there would be times when it's a complete blackout in terms of like you can't do anything to these networks because Air Force One's on it, you've got the White House on it, that sort of stuff, because we maintained the logical like boundary for the Air Force, and it just is what it is. I mean, the number of things that like those networks touch and just moving him around is absolutely,
yeah.
it's mind-boggling.
And again, even I would think it's difficult in the country, but then when you talk about going to someplace like Turkey,
right,
and you've got all those Middle Eastern countries not far away.
especially with everything going on
With
in the
Iran,
Middle East.
yeah.
I mean, and it's not just Iran. It's not just Iran.
It's not.
There's 54 countries over there that are lobbing things at each other,
Mhm.
and so I can't imagine. It's probably like a what is that saying where it's a long tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs? Like it's got to be nerve wracking,
that.
right? It's got to be so nerve wracking.
Well, kudos to those that have that knowledge and are able to do what they need to do. But there'll be a day where there's going to be more that comes out about this. Some of this I don't want to know. We don't need to know. Based on what you've done in the past, you do. But the average American, do whatever you need to do to keep our presidents safe,
Right.
because obviously we don't want anything to happen to them. And obviously they had some pretty strong intel for them to go through what they went through. And I'm glad that there was a plan B and a plan C and a plan D, and
All of them.
do what you need to do to move him. But I'm telling you, if I'm a reporter or I'm part of his staff, I'm gonna be
Right.
like, you let me fly on that plane knowing what you knew. Oh, we're just going to close the window shade. Okay. Can't.
But you also have to, if you're on that plane, you have to know you're a target,
Absolutely, I
right?
would
So
think so.
so you don't get on this plane, you don't get on any of those planes
Without
without.
thinking there's a possibility.
Absolutely. And if you do, then you're naive, and you probably shouldn't be doing what you're doing. But I mean, you are a giant flying target.
Sheesh. Scary stuff, but interesting news that's coming out today.
That is wild though.
It is really wild.
Just the idea of him in that
I wonder if he
that-
had to take his shoes off. Remember when
Right,
there was
right.
attempted assassination and the
right.
bullet, and he was, I got to put my shoes on.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Mr. President, we're gonna need you to get in this box real quick.
right? He's probably like, what?
What? Yeah. Now he's used to it though, I'm sure, because
oh,
there's
yeah.
so many attempts.
Oh yeah. So keep him safe. Do what you need to do. All right, 6:47. When we come back, I hope maybe get yourself some lottery tickets because you got to hear this news about last night. More on it coming up. Talk 99.5. 651 Dixon and Vining at Talk 99.5, talk995.com with JD in the house this morning. No Richard Dixon. Maybe back tomorrow. We'll keep our fingers crossed. He's under the weather, as we say, and we're wishing the best for him, and we'll see what transpires. But JD is doing a great job. And, of course, if you're not familiar with who JD is because of this time frame, he's on in the evening, Breaking Bread with Will and AJ, and you guys do a great job from 6 to 7 if you want to hear him later on tonight. Yeah, you're doing a double shift today.
I know. It's
You going to be all right with it? You're going to need a nap maybe in the middle of the day.
I've got to be in Alabaster at 10:30. So today is an absolute packed day.
It sounds like it.
It really is.
Are you going to be running red lights between here and Alabaster when the show is over?
100%. I'm pretty sure I went through 3 this morning. I can't stand.
Yes.
I can't. Look. I mean, I'm not up early like this usually.
Right.
And on the way in, I can't stand. I feel like such a sheep sitting at a red light
With
for
no one
3
around.
minutes, and there's not a soul in sight. I'm going to go right through it. And so that was one of the first things I wanted to ask you when I got in. I'm like, you do this every day. How? I'm like,
How?
Do you sit at these lights?
Steve West too.
Yeah.
Steve's got a little further to drive than I do. Do you ever run? Do you get tired of sitting somewhere?
Not that you know of.
I'm not afraid to admit it. I just can't do it.
Now, truth be told, there's one light. There are 2 lights, actually, I should say. The first one that I come to as I leave the house actually is a fairly quick trigger. So I'm not really worried about that. The one that I would love to run is the one right down there at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, I was telling
But I'm
JD
staring
that.
at cops who are changing shift,
right.
and I'm like, not a good idea.
Yeah.
Not today.
No, and I said that to JD off the air that from time to time that light gets, you roll over the line and you trip it and it changes and it's wonderful. And then we get some kind of storm or power glitch and then we go 3 months where it won't do that. And you better sit there or I guess drive through the bank or the gas station so you don't get a ticket because, right, Homewood Police, they're right
I have to
there.
believe that police officers are like,
They're probably doing the same thing when we're not around.
right. Well, but like I just believe that they've got to
Some of them
have.
do it while we are around.
Yeah,
right,
that's
they'll
true.
Click on the lights and go through. But I mean, I feel like if I saw that and it's like clearly there's nobody around, I'm not messing with you. It's like a stop sign. Like this dude's being a grown up here. It's not like you just. I don't blow right through them.
No, you stop and make
I
sure
look
it's
around.
clear. And
Yeah, get annoyed, and I'm like, are they high? Oh no, I'm going. I can't.
You can't
do
do
it. I'm
it.
like, I'm a grown up here. Like
It does make you feel like you know.
it's
there
like
is a
ultimate
bit-
government.
Yeah, you do feel a bit stupid just sitting there. You're like, this is stupid.
Right.
But, the law is it's a red light and you're supposed to, as a driver, stop and stay there until it turns green.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, you do feel stupid.
I feel like I just went past the sensor, and so then I'm backing up and pulling forward, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm
Gotta do
like,
that thing perfectly just to make sure.
right, exactly. And so, I mean, I can't. And then you look around at traffic like during the day, and people are just blowing through red lights, like
Yeah, no, that's
like there's
that-
suggestions.
Yeah, no.
When there's 100 people sitting at the intersection or whatever, and it's
Yeah.
like
That's when it's a little,
again, it's a little intelligence, right? Like if there's people around, like,
you
it's
might want to
dangerous.
just wait. Just wait and,
But it's 5:30 in the morning,
and
and
nobody.
nobody.
Mhm.
My automatic high beams are on because there's nobody coming. Like, let's go, And
Yeah,
I
you gotta be
wasn't
careful
late.
of the deer. Be careful of like wildlife
Oh,
because
yeah.
there's a lot of that early in the morning when it's still dark.
Have you ever hit a deer?
I've come very close several times.
I've never done that.
Just last year, right on County Highway 11.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Smacked it with a Ford pickup truck that my dad gave me. It's 1989.
Oh,
It
did it ruin
Didn't mess the truck. Didn't dent
the truck. Yeah.
it? Really?
Did you hear him? 1989.
Did not
They knew how to
dent the
build
truck.
him.
Wow.
It went up under the front driver's side tire, hit a running board that had been installed probably before my dad got it, so it was aftermarket.
Yeah.
So it's got a little bit of a dent on the running board, but the truck itself, perfect.
That's awesome. So my sister-in-law, I don't remember. This has been years ago. One ran into the side of her car
Oh,
as she
that's
was
bad.
as she was driving on, I think on the interstate, Like the timing for that is just
fantastic.
fantastic.
It's got to be just a millisecond.
It really is. Traveling at 70 miles an hour and hits the side of her car.
Oh.
And I mean, I'm pretty sure that totaled
Yeah,
it.
that's kind of done.
Yeah.
Kind of done. I had a roommate in college who left Tuscaloosa, was driving to Miami, got about 45 minutes on the road, and had one of those Mustangs from the early 80s. If you remember, the really square bodies.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't really a Mustang. They called them that, but
Yeah.
they weren't. They were really kind of pieces of garbage. But anyways, long story short, she got about 45 minutes into her 13-hour drive, and this deer came out and, I mean, totaled that car. I mean, that was it. She was done with the drive and came back to Tuscaloosa. It was like, well, I guess I'm here to stay.
I got to call the insurance company now. Yeah.
I was like,
Wow.
what a shame. But just totaled the car. The whole front, like the engine, all of it. The front of it, was not drivable.
I mean, they're heavy.
They
They can
are.
be.
It's a beast.
Those deer can be heavy.
Oh, I know. And there's one spot, and it's on Valleydale Road, one of the roads that I go down, where they cross because there's like a pond in front of this retirement community, if y'all know where I'm talking about. And they just they're just walking across. There's a whole, 8 or 10 of them, but they're headed to the water.
Really?
Yeah. And it's happened multiple times. So every time I go through there, I really do slow down and turn on the high beams because I'm like, I know I'm going to see them again.
You make sure they're going to see the lights and then stop.
And then
yeah,
hit the horn, whatever I need to do.
Right. We
Go at it.
my in-laws have a house in Cooperstown, New York, where the Baseball Hall of Fame is, and
Yeah.
so my wife's gone up there every year for since she was probably before she was born, and so I've gone just about every year for the last 20 years or whatever. The deer population up there, it's beautiful up there, but
They
nobody
need to thin it out.
nobody hunts these things.
Oh, no.
And so they are everywhere.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's interesting because they'll walk up on like the porch of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could be at the sink or whatever and see a deer like right across the
I had
right across the way.
Similar experience. Western North Carolina was playing golf, and this golf course apparently there's so many deer. They're used to all the humans,
Mm-hmm.
all the golfers on the golf course. There was deer literally from me to you, and they didn't move. They didn't care.
That's
the
so
golf
funny.
cart's going right. I'm like, oh my gosh! And there's like 4 or 5 just standing there,
Like waiting for you
3
to
feet
drop
away.
something.
I'm like, yeah, you need a cracker,
Yeah,
a peanut
right.
butter
Yeah,
cracker
yeah.
or something. It's
That's awesome.
amazing to see that. But I was like, they were in the fairway. They were everywhere. I was like, this is almost a little ridiculous.
That's awesome.
I was
though.
like, 4, could you get out of the way?
it's just
all of
hey,
you.
play it as it lies, right?
Right. I'm going to hit one of them.
yeah.
They're in the middle of the fairway.
The way I golf the worm burners, I'm definitely hitting one. I'm definitely hitting one. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, it is. All right, good times. More coming up in just a minute. Of course, there is also some serious news to get to, and we'll keep you up to date with what's happening in Iran. Got a little lottery news we didn't quite get to, but we will here in the coming hour. Y'all stick with us. Dixon and Vining. Talk 99.5, talk995.com. And don't forget, text us, 545-9950.